So, hey guys, what's up? I haven't been on this channel in a couple weeks, maybe even months. And the reason for that is basically school. I am a junior currently in high school, and it's been quite difficult. I asked on my Instagram the other day and asked how many people would like to see me go through the college process and maybe get a little bit of help. I'm gonna try to do some college vlogs on my choices and my current decisions and stuff, because I know there's a lot of people like myself who do like to watch videos, and I used to watch videos all the time when I was in middle school, freshman, even sophomore. I would binge watch every single video. I think I've watched every single video on college there is on this platform. Whoops. But today I want to talk to you guys about choosing your colleges, and at the end I'm basically going to talk about currently what my college choices are. And yeah,
put your head on my shoulder.
Let's start with number one, and what I think is most important. It's location. There are people who dream up always wanting to leave the nest and fly out and go far away from home. There are people who are not so comfortable going that far away from home, who want to stay closer but still want out of their house. And there are people like myself who don't want to leave the little nest. You have to figure out exactly where you want to be, where you are comfortable with, and where your parents are comfortable with. Personally, what I set my limit for is an hour and 30 minutes away from here. Of course, if I'm going to a college an hour and 30 minutes away from here, I'm going to have to dorm. I'm kind of okay with it because I know that at any case that I need to come home, I can just hop on a train or hop inside my car and come home, perhaps even an hour tops if the traffic's good, you know? So that's what's been going through my mind right now. So all the colleges that I've been choosing are all 1 hour and 30 minutes away from here. Second category is, what do you want to do? One big claim that I want to make, because I know that I had this thought and a lot of people do too, is that if a college doesn't have specifically a major you want, that means you shouldn't go for it. There might be a college that you're absolutely in love with, you love the campus, you love the extracurriculars, you love everything, but example, you don't see that they have a specific marketing major. Who knows? But what I think we have to keep in mind is that when we leave college, employers are looking for well-rounded students. So even if you want to go into marketing, you can always take like an economic class or a business management class instead. And I feel like schools will have the courses that you need in order for you to pick up that job that you want after college, you know? But on the other hand, if you're a person that's just like, no, they have to have my major, it's totally fine too. You just have to look at each college and see what they offer and see what you want. Third thing is, and I'm not saying these like all in order because some people might find some things more important than others, so you have to choose your list. But the third thing is your financial situation. You need to kind of be realistic with yourself. And I'm not telling you not to dream big, totally not, because honey, I want to go to Princeton, and Princeton has like a 6% acceptance rate. That's just like, that's crazy, and I know it is, like that's my dream, but I also have to kind of realize that I may not get in, more likely not than yes. So yes, I'm dreaming big, but I'm also keeping realistic expectations. But you have to be realistic with where you are financially. You have to do research on your school. For example, a school like NYU gives out horrible financial packages. NYU's tuition, like only the tuition, is $49,062 per year. So if you're going to school for that much, you kind of have to weigh your expectations and see what colleges offer the best financial packages. You can see their historical standpoints on bigcollege.org, I think, where you can look for your college and you go over to applying or paying for it, and they see the average financial package given out each year to go to the college. So based on that, looking at student testimonies, seeing how people of your same financial status paid for college. Number 4 that I think is really important. What's the type of school do you want to go to? Do you want to go to a public or do you want to go to a private? What's your, this kind of ties in back to the location, because a lot of private schools, you have to dorm there for your first and your second year, and you have to see whether you want to do that or whether you want to get your own apartment, or you want to live with your parents, or you want to live with some friends. So you have to see what you're comfortable with, what you want to do. Do you want to live on campus, off campus with parents? Those are all factors you need to take into consideration. And one of my last points is you have to see the percentage of students with their full need met at the colleges you're looking at. Because when you get your financial package in, there's a certain number that's subtracted after your expected family contribution, which is, if you guys want me to talk about FAFSA and stuff like that, leave it down in the comments below. That's your need. A lot of colleges provide 100% need met, sorry, and I'll explain that in a later video about loans and stuff like that. But a lot of colleges display 100% of need met for every single student. That doesn't only mean loan grants or scholarship, that includes loans also in some colleges. Another thing you need to take into consideration is what the college stands for. What sort of activities go on in college are you looking for? If you are going to college with a mindset of, hey, I want to do something to help change the environment, look at clubs, look at things you can do in order to accomplish what you want to be there for. See if you want any sort of Greek life. I'm gonna include studying opportunities in this too. If you want any studying abroad opportunities, a lot of colleges have those, but they are very limited, and other colleges have a lot of studying abroad opportunities. For example, Northeastern in Boston, they have an amazing, it's called studying abroad opportunity. They have amazing research programs for if you want to do that. So you kind of have to look at what each school offers, because not all schools offer the same thing. Look at the clubs. You might find that you were just looking at college of, hey, I just need to study. But if you're looking for the whole college experience, or if you want to be there to actually do something, you have to look at what is offered there for you. For example, also in Northeastern, they're really big on hockey. So whenever there's hockey games, they can set up the TV in the library with a huge screen, and everybody goes there and gathers around. There's ice skating opportunities in there where everybody goes, and something that's gonna make you feel at home, and or not even at home, if you want to experience things differently. That's another huge part. Another part of choosing is, are you concerned about diversity? Because a lot of schools here in America are PWIs, which are predominantly white institutions, and a lot of them have a good amount of diversity, even though it's predominantly white. You want to see whether they have clubs that for Latinos, for Hispanics, for African Americans. If you want to be part of that kind of stuff, you kind of have to research and actually look into their website, or reach out to each school and just see what will make you feel most comfortable and will give you the most opportunities. Striving along with the location, you have to see if they give you good internship opportunities. How will they help you after you graduate school? If they're gonna help you find a job. What kind of opportunities can you find a job during the college experience? For example, if you are going to study in New York, you know that in New York there's a bunch of internship opportunities. And my last tip is ask people, ask your teachers, because they've been through so many students. I'm sure they know so many students who've gone to different schools. Don't always be stuck on the same name brand schools, and which are very popular. A lot of schools that are less popular have the exact same programs for like way less. They're a little less known, but it will give you the same experience. Ask your teachers, ask if they know any schools, ask around, don't just stick to like the internet and stuff. Ask people with real life experiences. I have some people whose friends got into Princeton. I could probably get into contact with them and ask them about the Princeton experience. And I feel like if you do that, your mind will be opened if you don't stick to the same name brand schools. Oh, sure, it's okay if you want to go to like for example Princeton. I'm gonna keep bringing that up, and that's such a popular school, but I'm also looking at other colleges and universities that I actually do really like that are less known. Another tip I want to give you guys is see what type of place you want to get into. Do you want to get into a university that is more likely that you can do both undergraduate and graduate degrees, where you're most likely to get your associates, bachelors, and MBAs, anything for you to further your career? And universities usually have a wider range of subjects and majors. You want to go into bigger subjects university, or do you want to go to a college that's more kind of dwindled down in majors? And they usually have like bachelors, some have masters and associates, bachelors, and some have further levels, and not a lot of them have graduate programs. But what do you want to experience? Do you want a college that has a lot of options, or little options involved around one subject? Okay, and with that, those are all my tips and tricks in order to help you guys research your colleges, what you want to. Hopefully you guys have started that already and are not planning on starting that during the summer. I hope you guys are looking into that now. And yeah, now on to my personal list on what I'm currently thinking about applying to. This is not my final list. This is not my final list whatsoever. This is what I'm currently working on. I've dwindled down this list so much, and I've looked and seen what I actually like about it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I have 5 likely schools, which are schools that I know I can get into, which is number 1, NJIT, number 2, Seton Hall, 3, Drew University, 4, Montclair State University, and Rutgers University. Those are my 5 likely schools that I'm pretty sure I can get in, and those are kind of like my backups just in case my target and reach schools don't work out. That's another thing I suggest. I'm going to talk more about this in a later video, but it's very important for you to have backups just in case. Second category are my target schools, and I only have 2 of those. Marist College, and number 2 is New York University. Even though New York University is a pretty hard school to get into, it's nothing compared to the rate schools. So those are my 2 targets. Number 3 is Princeton University. That's like my number 1 dream school to get in. Number 2 is Barnard. Still not sure about that one, but I will make an updated list in a couple of weeks. Number 4 is UPenn, which is in Pennsylvania, and number 5 is the University of Villanova, or Villanova College. I never know. Those are my current tips to researching your college. I hope that helps you, and I'm kind of excited to be going through this journey of college applications and college decisions over the next year and a half with you guys. all right? Maybe even 2 years, because who knows, if I get into Princeton or another college, I might have to freaking dorm, even though meh. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know anything else you guys want to know down below. And don't forget to follow my social medias, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys later.
Put your hand